Now continue with the revision for revision 2, and we'll concentrate on the text of Flamingo, and that is Rattrap. Some pictures are blurred here, bear with me and watch. Open your mind's imagination and look at beautiful pictures interconnected to the lesson. Here we have the Rattrap, which is clearly visible to make us understand how the rat falls into the trap when something is offered to it. It is because of the greed that it wanted something, it gets into it and it becomes a prey, a victim to it. So we have here the Rattrap seller, whose picture is not very clear, but try to recollect the qualities, the external features. His eyes were sunken, the cheeks were also hollow. There looked only one thing all the time in his face, and that is hunger. He was hungry all the time. The reason for that is he was making a business which was not at all profitable. I think I told that everyone has to concentrate when I'm teaching, and Logita is now reading. It's because she's not ready to accept any kind of instruction. Am I right, Logita? Listen now. Keep the book down and listen. That's better. You will understand it nicely now. So we understand that that person was not even buying the material for the sake of making the Rattrap. Whatever material he found in the form of wires outside the houses, near any big sheds near the farms, he used to take them and he made wire Rattraps. Do you think that people buy Rattraps every day? They don't. It is not a commodity which is needed on a regular daily basis. So it is not sold every day. That's the reason why he doesn't stick to one place. He wanders selling them. And since it's not a profitable business, sometimes he might not even sell even a single Rattrap. That's the reason what he used to do for the sake of filling his belly. He used to directly go and beg. This is a picture of him begging here. Sometimes people used to offer him, sometimes they used to not offer. If people offered him something to eat, he would take it happily, fill his belly, and then continue with his selling of the Rattraps. But if no one gave him, he used to go to do the next inevitable step. And what is the next inevitable step that he did? He went for robbing. I am using the word robbing. In your text it is written thievery. He is a thief and he does thievery. Both must be remembered. Nothing is a problem if you write this or that word. So he used to do this thing, and he used to not rob things which are so costly. He used to just take that much with which he'll be able to fill his belly. There is a matter here. Let me read it. The peddler, he lives as a tramp. Remember the different words, synonyms for the Rattrap seller. The Rattrap seller, tramp, vagabond, ragamuffin, peddler. 5 names must be remembered. So he lives as a tramp. A tramp is a person who wanders. He wanders on the road selling Rattraps. He likes to think of the world as one big Rattrap that offers bait for people in the form of luxury and pleasure and then ensnares them. See, since he was a person selling these Rattraps, his theory of, can you see this? You can't, I think. Let me see here. He feels that the whole world is a Rattrap. In case you take it as a box like this, and if there is something inside for the rat, it gets into it, it becomes a trap for it. But what is it for the human beings? They get attracted to things with which they can become better. It could be in the form of money, it could be in the form of any kind of asset, movable, immovable. So they fall a trap to it. And once they become prey, P-R-E-Y, prey, do not write P-R-A-Y, think carefully. If you become a prey to it, your life becomes negative. Taking bribes, that's a negative thing. Robbing, negative thing. Whatever it might be, if a person falls prey to the bait, automatically their life changes. Ensnare, the meaning of ensnare is nothing but being trapped. One evening in late December, please remember the date as 23rd of December. That is 2 days before Christmas. So on one evening in late December, the peddler comes to a cabin and asks for shelter. The old man who lives there welcomes him in, offering food, tobacco and conversation. He shows the peddler 30 krona that he has earned from selling his cow's milk. Now we should understand the quality of the person who has opened the door. Who is the person who opened the door? He is the old man. Remember it as crofter, because in your text it is crofter. A crofter here also is nothing but a farmer like a person. Since it's a story from Sweden, Swedish one, he is a crofter. Once upon a time this man also worked in the Ramsau iron works. But since he has become old, he is not able to do heavy work, and so he is earning money only with the help of the cow. The cow is providing milk, he is sending the milk to the creamery and he is earning money. So what are the qualities that you should remember about this crofter? I am writing C. He is suffering from one major problem. In this lesson, the main characters, especially Ironmaster, his daughter Edda Wilmanson and the crofter. Other than these three, we have the peddler. The four of them are suffering from one important problem, and that is loneliness. Is loneliness a good thing or a dangerous thing? It's dangerous thing. If it is for a short period of time, we can bear it. But if it is day in and day out for days and weeks and months, people cannot bear it. And this Rattrap seller is the worst sufferer. It is because he has no shelter, he has no food, proper clothing, he has no name also for himself. Do we know his name? No. So identity is in such a way that nothing of his is there. And if at all he goes and knocks anyone's door, will they welcome him? Just as you drive away a dog, they drive him away. That's the reason why even when he is sleeping also, he keeps one of the eyes open and he sleeps. The meaning of it is he is alert all the time. If he hears any sound, he is ready to get up and run away from that place. Did you all see the policemen hitting the beggars or other people who should not be in railway stations or in bus stops during the night? Did you all see? Exact condition. So the person is all the time alert. And when this main characters, including the peddler, I am repeating some of the points, it's because they're very important for you to remember. Peddler, Ironmaster, Edla Wilmanson and the crofter, all the four are suffering from loneliness. And that is the reason why the crofter opened the door. He did not open the door normally. He opened the door with a happy smile. And that was a different kind of a feeling for this peddler. He was happy. And what did this crofter do for that man? The second he came in, he turned on the stove and started preparing porridge. He fed him. He cut a big piece of tobacco slice and then he gave him. Both of them smoked. They played cards. After that, they talked. Isn't it like old friends? When old friends come, what do? You first feed. You give whatever you have to give. First, stomach must be comfortable. After that, you talk and talk and talk. So these two people continue to do like that as if they were old friends. So the feeling for this man was super. Like the crofter was happy, and double happy was the peddler. We do not know what problems the crofter faced, but we know that there is no one with him, and so we know he is suffering from loneliness. Is this point clear? Yes. Now the main thing that you should remember interconnected to their talk and everything is the money. 30 kronas was 30 kroners is 3 bills, 3 notes. This man, the crofter, he actually told the whole story telling how he is earning money because of the cow. And there was a different kind of expression on the peddler's face. That expression was there because no one shared with him such kind of details. Maybe there was surprise, maybe there was doubt. Since there was doubt, this crofter got a doubt that that man was not ready to believe. It is not disbelief in that context. It is because no one took the peddler into the confirmation for telling anything. They're not ready to even treat him as a human being. How can they confide in him some secrets? No. But when this man was talking about the 30 krona, there was surprise in his expression. And the crofter understood it as he was not ready to believe. And that is the reason why the crofter wanted this peddler to believe it. So what did he do? He took the pouch, whatever the pouch was, hung to the peg near the window. He pulled it out, opened it, removed the 3 bills, 30 krona bills, and he put it in front of that man's face. Said, look, this is the proof. And later, maybe it was quite late, both of them slept off. Did all understand all the points here? Yes? Now let us see the next part in this. The next morning the peddler leaves, but then he returns to steal the old man's money. He goes into the forest to avoid detection, but soon finds himself lost. He realizes that he has been caught in the rat trap and fears that he will die. The peddler then hears hammering and finds that he is near an ironworks. He takes shelter there by the warm furnace where the master blacksmith and his apprentice are working. So now the next thing. In the night they slept and early morning the peddler woke up. Is it the peddler who woke up first or the crofter? The crofter woke up first. Because the owner had woken up, the peddler cannot sleep, so he too woke up. Both went in their own ways. The peddler had to go the opposite direction because his work, he can go anywhere. Does he have any shelter? Does he have any address? Nothing. So once this crofter went to milk his cow, the peddler started walking. Then the whole thing happened. What is the thing which happened? He recollected the talk about the money. And he understood that it is easy access to get that money. Without his knowledge, the brain gave him instructions to work backwards. So after walking some distance, he came back. No need of breaking the door open. He simply broke the window pane. Window pane, P-A-N-E, pane. That is the glass. He broke the glass of the window. He thrust his hand inside and took that pouch. He just took that money, but kept the pouch back there and went away. Only after he started walking a little distance, he understood that he should not walk by the regular road. In case he walks by the regular road, he can be caught by the sheriff. It is because the sheriff gets it down when he checks him. Why should the sheriff get it out? Usually whenever a person who does not, he's a vagabond, he's a tramp, isn't it? He has neither address nor good clothing nor anything in a normal way. So if they get any kind of a suspicion, they might check. And what does he find in case the sheriff checks him? 30 kronas. And is it a good thing or a dangerous thing? Dangerous. So in order to avoid the sheriff, he goes off to the forest. He walks in the forest. He thinks that he is walking in a proper way. He thinks he has to go shortcut, crossing that forest maybe to some other region. But he does not realize that he is going in circles. He goes round and round and round in the same path. He is tired. He is exhausted. He is almost going to die. It is because there are two things which are happening at that time. One second, let me sign this. I think your C section, right? First chemistry, maths, physics, bio, English. I think the order is the same. Same order. Saturday, Monday is the exam. Monday, Wednesday, that is second. 1 second, ma. Saturday is the revision. Monday is the exam, chemistry. And then Tuesday is the revision for mathematics. Wednesday is the exam. Clear? Again, Thursday is the preparation for it. Third. And Saturday is the exam for physics. Monday is the revision for bio. Tuesday is the exam. Wednesday is the revision for English. And 10th Thursday is the XII. Got it? I signed it. I do not know about that. The portion for English for the next division is the last lesson, the last thing, deep water. What is this one? Oh, sorry. Indigo, going places, my 166, and from Vistas, we have Johnny to the end of the road. Is it correct? Serial order? Yes? We now have this time what? Till deep water. Rattrap and deep water. The next one is Indigo, going places. Correct. And we have the first one. And the third lesson. Oh God, I should sign there once again. Let me sign. I didn't sign. Thank you. Shall we continue? So, only after he started going round and round, realization came to him that he has fallen into the trap. And what is that trap? A rat trap. He was the one who got the theory of the world is a rat trap, and he himself fell into it, and he felt that he is going to die ultimately. There are 2 to 3 reasons for him to die. First thing is he is tired, hungry. Second thing is it's extremely cold. 23rd of December, it's not normal in a country like Sweden. And the next thing, it's going to become dark. And if it is going to become dark, what is the danger from? Animals. So he felt that he is going to die very soon. Exactly in such a kind of a situation, his head touches the ground when he falls. As soon as the head touches the ground, he feels that he is going to live. Why does he feel that he is going to live? It is because of the sound. What is the sound which is like a blessing for him? It is the third sound. Third and third. The rhythmic third sound. It is because it is coming from ironwork where someone is beating the hot iron. Immediately he gets up, he knows that he can simply go there and live. He finds the way and he goes there. So there we have a description of the place. Do not forget, that is a place which has paths already, beaten roads they say, beaten paths. When vehicles go in the same path, you will have the tracks. Yes, so there are tracks of paths where on either side there is charcoal. Charcoal dust is there everywhere. Why do you think charcoal dust is there? It is because that is needed for the ironworks. Charcoal is the main fuel for the sake of heating and melting iron. So that is the main thing, that dust is there. And once upon a time it was a roaring business. They are talking about how this place was. There were scows and barges, different varieties of, ships and boats, right, which carry human beings. Same variety, scows, SCOWS, BARGES. These are the boats which carry cargo. So even those things were there once upon a time. This is the description which is given in between, and then there is rain. This man, he is already cold, shivering, suffering from hunger. He is almost about to die, and on top of that, he is totally wet. So by that time, he comes to that ironworks place and he asks permission for getting in. There are 2 people at that time. One is the blacksmith and his apprentice. Apprentice is nothing but a person who is getting training in that particular trade. So he takes permission, comes and sleeps close to the furnace. And when he sleeps close to the furnace, his concentration is on only one thing. First, take rest. Even though he is hungry, if he takes rest, if he becomes warm, he can live. Yes, so whatever is the most important thing at that time, a person has to do that. So he sleeps close to the furnace, and we can see moisture evaporating from his rags. What is the meaning of rags in this context? The torn clothes that he is wearing. Is everything clear? I am going it in an elaborate manner so that you will not miss anything. Clear? Now what is this ironworks person? See, he does not expect this person, the blacksmith, to speak. It's because the blacksmith just looks at that Rattrap seller and nods. He comes inside. He did not come for the sake of talking or having a nice friendship there. He simply wanted shelter. So he comes. He sleeps. Do not forget, he sleeps with a cap on his face and with one eye open. The meaning of it, I already told, to be alert. Is it clear? Now let us read a little about the owner. The ironworks are owned by a wealthy iron master who frequently visits the forge. He comes by that night and sees the peddler. Mistaking the peddler for an old regimental comrade, Captain wants cake. The ironmaster invites him to come back to his manor house and spend Christmas with him and his daughter. Though the peddler first pretends to be Wan's tale, he declines the ironmaster's invitation, afraid to go to the house with his stolen money. The ironmaster reluctantly leaves soon after. The ironmaster's daughter, Edla Wilmanson, arrives at the fort sent by her father to persuade the peddler to come to their home. She notes that the man looks afraid and is probably hiding from some past crime, but she treats him kindly and assures him that he can leave freely whenever he wants. The peddler agrees to come with her. So now let us see what are the things that we should understand in this part. We should understand about the owner. He is Ramsau's Ironworks owner who likes quality. And so even though it is 23rd of December, just 2 days before Christmas, he is coming for inspection. And it is at that time that he saw the peddler sleeping close by and misunderstands him to be his old friend. Comrade is nothing but friend. That means this man had also worked in army. That's the reason why we have regimental comrade. A regiment is like a troop, just like classroom for students, a regiment is for army members. So both of them might have been in the same regiment. That is the assumption of the ironworks owner, but not the peddler. But now you see, if a person has fallen into the trap once, is there any chance for the person to come out of the trap? Chances usually are nil. And when a person has already done something negative, will they be able to do one more? Yes. Reason why? They are in the same condition. So this man treats him as his friend. He accepts it. He doesn't say no. It is because he thinks that he will be getting at least a few more kronas because that ironworks owner thinks that he is his friend. But when the invitation comes asking him to come to his home, is Kishore sleeping? When he is invited to come to his home, he refuses. It is because he knows that he has the wrong money with him, the stolen money from the crofter. He declines. But Iron Master is not a person who accepts a no. So he goes back home, sends his daughter. His daughter is Edla Wilmanson. Now remember, I already discussed the point about loneliness. Here, the Iron Master, when he is inviting the peddler, tells that his wife is dead. We do not have even a single dialogue from the wife, but we know the wife's name. Wife's name is Elizabeth. Do we know the peddler's name? No. That is what is how that man's condition is. He tells that his 3 sons are somewhere else. They are not in the house. His other daughters are also not in the house. Only he and his one daughter, whose name is Edla Wilmanson, is there. So we understand that he is also craving to talk to someone who is close to him. I do not say that he is not close to his daughter. He might be close. But friends are friends, a daughter is a daughter. Isn't it? So he invited him home. So you shouldn't forget the point about loneliness. But remember the point about discretion. Why am I using the word discretion or judgment? Let me write the word judgment. Why should I write the word judgment here? It is how he understands that peddler. He understands him to be his friend. But when Edla Wilmanson comes after some time, the second she sees, she understands that he is not a normal person. She understands that one of the 2 things might be true with him. He has either escaped from the prison or he has robbed something. And we all know that he has robbed something. Though it is not of a very high value. But it's at least 1 month's earning. isn't it? For 1 month, if that man has got 30 kronas and he is able to live in a better condition, for this peddler, maybe he can live at least 2 months or 3 months, isn't it? So he is afraid of that money. And we know that already he has that money and so he is a thief. Did all understand? So who is able to have a correct judgment? Daughter or the father? Daughter had that clear thing. And another important point that you should remember about the daughter is she understands that that man is afraid. Since that man is afraid, he is not ready to come. And when he is not ready to come, she gives him an assurance telling that he can come back or leave the house as freely as he has come. And this is very important for the peddler. She stressed on it, saying that he can leave the house as freely as he has come. Immediately, this becomes a trap for him again. And he actually says yes and goes with Edla Wilmanson to the manor. Is it clear? Everyone understood it? Only when he is going to the manor, after he sits in the cab, it's a horse-driven carriage. We call it a cab. So when he sits in that, then he realizes that he is actually getting into the trap. How many times? Second time. And is there a coming out from the trap this time? No chance. Is it clear till here? Any doubts so far? I am doing it in detail. It's because I wanted everyone to understand all the points interconnected to the lesson. Got it? And now the peddler, amazed by Edla's words, sleeps for most of the day, only waking for meals. At dinner, Edla tells him that he is to keep the suits he is wearing as a gift. She also tells him that he will be welcome back next Christmas. The peddler is again amazed. Before I continue with this, I'll have to talk about the discussion between the father and the daughter. Early morning the next day, what's the date? Vedana, what's the laughter there for? Why are you laughing? If you tell me, I'll also be able to laugh. What's the joke? It is 24th of December, which is called as Christmas Eve. Do not forget that. So on Christmas Eve, early morning, the father is so happy. He tells that he is going to make his friend's life better. He tells that, look at his thought. He says that 2 things must be done for his friend. One thing is he must be fed in such a way that he must get some muscle, or what should I use? What's the best word that I can use? He must get some flesh on his body, he says. What's the meaning of it? He must gain weight. Do you think it can happen in a day or a 2 or in 15 days or 20 days or a month? No. It takes at least a few months. That means we should understand this ironworks owner's kindness, compassion. He is ready to help. Yes. Another thing he says that he must be able to make this man leave away this Rattrap's business. Let me write double T. Oh God, let me correct it once again. He must also stop this Rattrap's business. That means he wanted to feed him till he gains good health. He wanted to change his means of livelihood. Is it a good notion or a bad notion? A good thing, yes. But then, when this talk is going on, actually Edla Wilmanson knows he is not the father's friend. That is a Rattrap seller. But she has only one intention, that is to feed a person for Christmas, because that is the essence of Christmas. When you are going to feed someone properly, yes, you are really a Christian. So she wanted to prepare varieties of dishes and she's cooking, and at that time comes our hero, that is our peddler, who is in a new get-up. What's the new get-up? His hair is trimmed, his beard is shaved, he is wearing this Edla Wilmanson's father's clothes. Neat old clothes. They are not new ones, but they are old ones, but they are neat, they are washed, they are in good condition. The second this iron master looks at that peddler, he realizes that he had done a big mistake. He had understood him to be his friend, so he's angry. He shouts at him and he tells that he had cheated him. He asks him to leave immediately. It is at that time that the peddler makes a speech. Please remember, the speech that the peddler makes is very important. Why is it important? It is because the iron master understands that it is possible for any person to fall into the trap. It is the reason for that man's speech is he comes forward, hits on the table and he says that true that he had fallen into the trap and there are chances even for the iron master to fall into the trap just like him. At that time, the iron master laughs and he says that he can leave the house but he will not call the sheriff. It is at this time that the daughter interferes and she says that he should not leave the house. The reason is he did not come on his own. He was invited, and that too, if a person is invited for Christmas Eve, we should be good hosts because the guest must be taken proper care of. And so the daughter makes a speech in such a way that the father accepts that. So then it is this thing which we have here. What does this man do throughout the day? He eats and sleeps, eats and sleeps and eats and sleeps. First time in his life, he sleeps with both the eyes closed. What's the meaning of it? It is sound sleep. No disturbance. He knows for sure no one is going to drive him away from that place. Is this matter clear? Everyone understood everything? I know that it is going long. Do you want me to stop? Pranavi has got his dream also just now. Did you get the peddler in the dream or you got me in the dream? Get a Pranavi. Tell me, whom did you get in the dream? Because the peddler was also asleep, right? She also fell asleep. Tell me, Pranavi, what's the story? Where do you remember the story? In the explanation that I made. The next morning, which is Christmas, so on that day, in the evening, this man is woken up only for the sake of eating, morning and afternoon. But evening something or 4 or 5, I do not remember exact time, he is asked to look at the Christmas tree decoration. So at that time when he comes to look at it, his eyes are not even cooperating, just like Purvi's eyes now. Purvika, right, ma? They're closing off. Heavy eyelids. Get up, lady. Please tell me what was the sentence that I told just before? Peddler was? She's still in the previous episode. Please go there. See, children, if you do not want me to explain in detail, I will cut it short. This is one of the most important lessons. I know that it is long. You want me to continue it, I will continue. If you want me to cut it short, even now I will cut it short. Shall I cut it short or shall I continue? Continue. So, that man is not able to open his eyes because he slept so much. And there he gets a shock. The reason for the shock is Edla Wilmanson tells that the clothes that he is wearing are the Christmas gift for him. This is one thing. Second, never did he get any Christmas gift in his life. Second thing is, she asked him to come any year or every year for Christmas Eve. And it is surprising. It's not a normal thing, isn't it? And he was really moved by that invitation. And then again he went to sleep, and night also he got up and had the special food. So remember the way he is asked to come home for every Christmas. Now let me read the remaining part here. The next morning, which is Christmas, the ironmaster and Edla go to church where they learn that the stranger staying with them is a thief who stole money from the old man. Edla is ashamed, and the ironmaster worries that they might have been robbed as well. When they return home, however, the peddler has left, taking nothing and leaving behind a package for Edla. Inside is the stolen money, a rattrap, and a letter. The letter thanks Edla for her kindness and states that she has freed the peddler from being caught in the rat trap of life. He signs the letter as Captain Wang's K. 1 second, let me see what is. Yes, this will be the last part of the lesson. So let us see what is it. We understand that the next morning they do not wake up this man, but the father and the daughter go to the church for the mass, and there they get to learn from the crofter that he had been robbed by his 30 kroners, and he also tells that it is a rat trap seller. Now everyone can understand who the rat trap seller is, especially the father and the daughter. So the father is worried that he might steal all the silver cutlery in their home, that is the forks and knives which are made of silver. He is worried. And what is the reaction of the daughter? The daughter feels ashamed. Why does she feel ashamed? It is because she has judged him to be a good person. She had defended him, telling the father that he should not go, but he has to stay. Had she allowed that man to go, nothing would have been a problem, isn't it? So she feels bad about it. She feels ashamed. And on coming home, on reaching home, Edla Wilmanson and the father understand that the peddler had left, but nothing is wrong. But he had left behind a gift. And that gift is a packet. And the packing is so horrible that everyone can see what is there inside. It is with a brown. We can understand that man's condition. It is because he could not get something beautiful to wrap it. He took a brown sheet, maybe some toned one, and he wrapped it. Inside, there is a little rat trap. Pavan, you are awake? Inside, there is a rat trap, and there is also a letter in it. She says that the letter is addressed to Edla Wilmanson, and the 30 kroners is there inside. The letter's contents are very important. He says that he is treated like a captain. So he wanted to really be like a captain and make her understand that she never did anything wrong. We already know that she felt ashamed because they got to know that he was a thief, isn't it? So here we should understand that the man will compulsory get to know that she might have felt bad. So what does he do? He says that because he is treated as a captain, he is going to make her feel that yes, he was really a captain. So in order to make her feel that, he returns the 30 kroner. He tells that the 30 kroner was like a bait to a poor rat. And he tells that he is the rat who fell into the trap. Because 30 kroner was easily accessible. Had the 30 kroner been kept inside in some locker and something under lock and key, he wouldn't have got it. Pavan. So he now says that he fell into the trap, and that's the reason he is able to come out of the trap by returning that money. He's telling that he is really a captain. So we should understand that the change which had come in this man is only because of one reason. What is that reason? Edla Wilmanson. What are the qualities in Edla Wilmanson which made him free himself from being a Rattrap person? Kindness and compassion. Compassion or kindness, both of them are same. Whoever it is, in case you treat a person with real kindness, automatically change comes in them. And this is about the Rattrap seller. Did all understand? Any doubts? Once you read the text lesson or when you're reading your question answers, you get any doubts, you can clarify them. Got it?